What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Friday, March the 4th, 2022. Again, video number 2 for the day. Some of you have already seen the other video if you are a VIP member of this YouTube channel and you get all of the additional videos and the additional members only plays that we give out and stuff like that. And we're actually going to talk about that here in just a second. Now, you know what you're going to say. Did you give away anything? Did you talk about anything special in there? Man, I want to see it. That video will be released to the general public. It'll just be later on. We released it earlier just because we gave away one play that is actually for Saturday. And again, you'll get that play, but just as a perk for being a YouTube VIP member and paying that small $25 fee or whatever it is every month, we figured, we'll give you just a little bit extra. We'll give you one play that you can get earlier than anybody else, and then we gave them a second play that's just for the members only. So part of that video will be removed when it goes out to the general public. Now, if you sign up for a VIP membership, obviously you'll have access to the full video the second that you sign up. Now, one thing that I made a mistake in doing in that video that I did a little while ago was, I didn't mean to, but it was just out of habit, I started doing yesterday's recap. I meant to keep that one to be the real short one, just go through, give some free plays, talk about a couple quick things, and then be done. And then the full recap for Thursday and all that stuff, promos, all that would be done on this video. But just out of habit, just because it's just a natural second nature to immediately start doing a recap, at a certain point during the video, I started doing it, and I was halfway done before I even realized it. So I just kept going with it and said, all right, well, I'll do it on that one. I won't do it on the next one. Keep that one short. And then, people can get mad about it all they want if they have to wait a couple hours longer just to see Thursday's recaps. And don't worry. Don't say, oh, you didn't recap your plays for Thursday, whatever. It's in the previous video. If you're already a VIP member, you've already seen it. If not, don't worry. You'll be able to see it the second that it goes live out, to the world, just to the public setting. And that'll be later on this evening, so don't worry. And there will be a Saturday play in there. And then there will be a dedicated video for Saturday, barring nothing changes. So, anyway, we'll get on what we've got. One thing I do want to touch on real quick is I don't think that I did. I know I talked about NBA a little bit in that video, but I don't think, and I could be wrong. Again, I've got there's been such a busy day, so much going on for this weekend now that it's the first weekend of real March Madness action. First weekend with conference tournaments games. Why is that car so loud? I don't know if y'all can hear that through here, but that truck is just winding like no tomorrow. But anyway, so just in case I didn't do the official recap for NBA in that other one, I'll do that one before this video ends. Had a great day in the NBA yesterday. 3-0 sweep across the board. All right, let's just do it now. Atlanta Hawks, we took them +2, minus $1.10. They were outright winners. Easy win there. Then we took the Mavericks and the Warriors over, kind of a rematch of that game from this past Sunday. Blew the doors open on that total. I mean, honestly, I think they could have gone over in just 3 quarters. I mean, we were barely into the fourth, and it seems like that one was right there at it. Easy win there. And then finally, to round out the night, third and final play was the Lakers and the Clippers over, and that was another easy winner. Never in doubt. Never ever had to worry about that. Another easy win. Another easy ticket cash. So 3-0 day. Congratulations to everybody there. That kind of rolls in, and that's my precursor to remind everyone that the big promotions that we have been running for March Madness. So the March Madness All Access Pass, that's the first time we've ever run an All Access Pass for one sport, where you could become an All Access member and it just involved one sport. Well, this time that's college basketball, and not only can you get every premium and daily top play through March Madness, the conference tournaments, the NIT tournament, the NCAA tournament, all the way through the Final Four until someone is crowned a national champion, you will get every premium play, every daily top play, as well as every game of the week, every game of the month. And I say every game of the month. If there is a game of the month, which I do believe that there will be, and matter of fact, you can't say for sure, but I'd be willing to bet a large sum of money that they'll have multiple games that make the cut for game of the month, even though we up the criteria at this time of year for games of the week, month, year, and top plays. So, even though we do that, I'd be willing to bet a large sum of money that at least 2 or 3 games would make that cut. So inevitably, at least one will get released. And then I do believe that we'll probably have a game of the week pretty much every week, I think. Maybe not the very last week when you talk about getting down into the Elite Eight and the Final Four, when that's the only games going on outside of whatever that is rounding up in the CBA or in the NIT. Maybe those at the tail end could have one, but again, you don't know. Once you get down to where there's only a handful of games that the odds makers have to worry about, a lot of times, and plus it's March Madness, so there's a lot of money being bet on these games. That's where things can get sharp. That's where things can get a little rocky. And if you're not with the right people, or you're just blindly betting based on just who the teams are and what your preconceived notion is about them, unless you followed these teams all year, and when I say followed, I mean religiously followed them, then you're in for a long March Madness, and you're in for a very big losing March Madness. I have seen people go out and lose tens of thousands of dollars just in conference tournaments. Or just, they only play the NCAA tournament before it even gets to the Elite Eight. They've wiped out, 3 or 4 months of pretty solid betting because they don't follow the teams close enough to know that when it gets down to a do-or-die, win-or-go-home situation, or you get into the conference tournaments and, some people don't care about them. You would think that any team fighting for, their conference would care. It doesn't matter what's ahead of that, because at least you could walk away with, that, winning their conference tournament. And then if, it doesn't work out in the tournament, if you are going, then at least you had that. At least you have that to hang your hat on. Some teams just don't care, especially those who win their conference, win the championship of their conference, just through the regular season. That a lot of times means a hell of a lot more to teams than winning the tournament. So like this year, when you have Wisconsin winning the Big Ten, are they going to go into that Big Ten tournament and really put forth 100%? Maybe, because I think they're wise enough to know that they're not the best team, and they're not even really close to the best team in all of basketball. But stranger things have happened, guys. We've all seen it. Texas Tech and Auburn going a few years back when neither one of those teams was truly a top 10 team. But again, you never know. But I do believe a team like Wisconsin will really throw. I think they'll throw their hat in the ring and try to not only win the regular season championship, but also try to take home the crown in the Big Ten tournament. But anyway, you just got to be diligent about it. This time of year, it can sneak up and bite you. But this is our favorite time of the year. This is a time of year where we can make as much money in this 5 to 6 week period as you do in 2 months, 3 months. Because not only do we up the ante on a lot of our wagers, but on top of upping the ante, we're getting, we're looking for just a specific edge. Not any edge. There's always specific ones we're looking for based on, the games that we're playing, what conferences they're in, where they're at. Are we talking about conference tournament or, NCAA, things like that. So, again, it allows us just to go out there with a smaller amount of games over a smaller sample size of time and make just as much money, if that makes sense. So again, you want to be able to get every game of the week that we have, game of the month, premium play, daily top play throughout March Madness, no matter what it's in, until somebody's crowned a champion. Call it the March Madness All Access Pass. We released it at the beginning of the week. It's been on sale all week for only $299. $299 is what we normally charge just to get the standard March Madness package. But you can do it for $299, but that's only available through tonight. We had it set to expire at midnight tonight. I did ask the IT team if they could leave it until noon tomorrow. I don't know if they changed it. Usually they're pretty good about going in and doing that, but I may have waited until too late to ask. So to be safe, you may want to jump on it before midnight. If it's still there tomorrow when you log in and you see it, or when you go to the website, then that means obviously it's still available. But at the very latest, at noon tomorrow, that all access pass will come down, and you will no longer have the ability to get a March Madness all access pass no matter the price. You just won't be able to get it at all. And then the standard March Madness package, which is usually $299, giving you every premium and daily top play throughout March Madness, again, until someone's crowned a national champion. You can get that for what's usually $299. That's what we charge every year, always have. This year, for the first time, I told them we're only going to do it for $199. Get some more people that are excited about it, newcomers that, just discovered us here in the last few months and are just now dipping their toes and building that bankroll up to where they want it, so they can be, betting $1 per unit like the majority of our clients are. $199. That stays on sale through the weekend and through Monday. But when the ACC tournament tips off on Tuesday evening, that package comes down. And once that one comes down, now there's nothing you can get that's directly related to March Madness. If you want March Madness picks, you'll have to buy, some multi-day all-access pass or all-sports pass that covers all sports, or an all-access pass that covers all sports. But, again, you can get it now. And then also, people are asking about the season passes. The NHL, the remainder of the season, that's usually $500, you can get it for $299, as well as the NBA for $299. One thing we're going to do, and this is something that I should have done earlier in the week, so the people that did buy it, I went ahead and gave them a credit for the difference. I said, you know what? I want to give it to them even cheaper. Again, because there's a lot of newcomers, they're still building up that bankroll. So I want them to be able to spend as little as possible to get on something, somewhat long-term, so we can get that bankroll built up and they can start really becoming a serious investor, sooner rather than later. So if you want the remainder of NHL, which has been on fire all season long, just keep making money hand over fist, $249. Same thing with NBA. You can get that for $249. Now, if you want to get both of them, instead of buying both and paying $500, reach out to me on Twitter, and I'll give you both of them for $400. So you save an additional $100 if you do that. But reach out to me on Twitter, because to be able to get that additional discount, because you're going to buy both of them, you will need a coupon code that goes with it, and we are not advertising that to the public because there's limited amounts of those. So you will need to reach out, and I'll give you that until we run out of those. So either $250 a piece or $500 or $400 for the pair, whichever you want to do. If you just want one of them, you don't need a coupon code for that. It's already set at the $250 price point. Just go on the website, chasewins.com, go to the purchase tab, boom, it's there. Those come down, I believe midnight Sunday nights when they set it up. So that runs through the weekend, but make sure you get on board, because again, once it's gone, it's gone. And then we will be removing those to where there will be no ability to buy season pass stuff for those sports. Baseball, we're right around the corner from that. All of the winners have been contacted officially, all 10 of them. So if you were not one of them and you have not been contacted yet about winning one of the spots to get the $499 MLB season instead of paying $2,500, don't worry, because if somebody does not, or if there's more than one person, who knows, that does not claim their spot and use the coupon code that they were given by midnight tonight, then we are going to start doing random draws until, let's say 2 people didn't use it. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. Then we'll do a random draw with the random name generator for all the people that showed interest on Twitter and sent in DMs. We will do that, and it's going to select 2 names. We will reach out to those people, and they will have 12 hours from the time we reach out to accept and use the coupon code so we can fill those spots. So if you have not been contacted yet, means maybe you weren't one of the initial 10, but you still could be contacted, and you want to pay attention to it, because if you are, your time is limited to accept it and jump on it before the opportunity to save $2,000 on the most money you'll ever make in a singular season of sports ever. So make sure you pay attention to that. All right, let's get on a couple of free plays. I'm going to give you a couple that I want you to play kind of as leans, and then we'll get on an official free play premium. So tonight in hockey, I mean, here's the thing. Vegas Golden Knights, they're on the road. They're taking on Anaheim. And if you look at the goalie situation, Vegas has just a slight edge, not by much. I mean, Brassard's given up 2.7 a game in terms of goals per game, and then the latter's given up right at 2.85. So, I mean, almost nothing. The reason I believe that it's not a premium play. And right now, Vegas is becoming untrustworthy, so they may be a team just to, be careful with over the next couple of weeks until they settle back down. But Anaheim, I just don't trust at home. And I don't trust Anaheim at home playing against fast teams. If they were playing a slower team like San Jose or Seattle or, even a good team like Boston, but it just was slower, that would be different. But when they're playing fast, run 'em and gun 'em teams, that's where Anaheim seems to struggle more so than anything. So I believe that because you're getting a low money line at $1.20, which I think is more than accurate because of, the difference in the teams, I just think that it's not worth any more than a lean. So a fun money play there, half unit max, if you want to take Vegas tonight on the money line. Something else in hockey is another fun money play for a half unit. That's the LA Kings, minus $1.40. But again, honestly, everybody's liking Columbus tonight for whatever reason. LA actually has the upper hand in terms of defense. But again, here's a team that I just don't trust in this spot. Even though all the numbers add up to LA winning and doing it, having a solid win behind them, I just do not believe that they're trustworthy on the road until they prove me wrong. And then coming across the country and playing in Columbus, Ohio against a team that's really shown grit this year, this is one of those things where even though you're taking a goalie that gives up damn near 4 goals a game with Columbus, they have a shot to win this game at home just because LA's a terrible road team. So, half unit on that if you want to take it. Last time we checked, we did not play that game, but LA was minus $1.40. We did put a little fun money as a company on Vegas minus 120, but nothing that was substantial. NBA fun money play underdog, New Orleans Pelicans plus 5. Again, Utah should smoke them, as should many teams in the NBA. But this is a situational spot where New Orleans has really, really shown life in them, even though it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit too little too late. You don't know what's going on with, with the people that they really built that team around, what's going to happen with them latter part of this season, next season. There's just a lot of questions within that organization. They're not a team to bet most nights. They're a fade more often than not. I mean, 80% of the time, this is a team that as long as you can get value in the line, this is a fade team. But tonight, I believe that this could be a bright spot for them. They've shown some signs of life here recently. And I think 5 points is too much in this spot just based on the situation. And I mean, right now, when I did the numbers, and when I give myself a percentage of, win-loss, spread cover, all that stuff, I mean, covering the spread, I've got New Orleans at a 52.5% chance of covering the spread based on what it is at plus 5. And then outright winning the game, I've got them at 46.6%. So 46.6% to win the game outright, you're catching 5 points. Again, it's not a game that I absolutely love, but it is a game that we threw a half unit on. So do what you will with that. And then let's get on an official free play. I'll tell you what, one more lean, half unit. You got to take Utah State minus 10 tonight, minus $1.15. Again, this could be one of those situations I was talking about where you have a team that just doesn't really care about a certain game. You've got the Mountain West Conference coming up starting next Wednesday, so this could be something where they rest people. They don't let them play a lot of minutes. They don't go in and give it their all, and they either barely squeak out a win or San Jose ends up getting a win that just ends their season on a high note. I don't think Utah State's that team, and it wouldn't make sense why they would be, being that you're going to get 5 days of rest before you have to start that conference tournament. But you never know, because the line in this, should be 15, which just, that made me a little bit reserved. Even the way the odds makers have just been so far off this year, it still makes me wonder if this is like almost just tempting you to take it because this is a game where Utah will lay off. Again, we don't know. It's worth a half unit just because that line is low based on the matchup. So Utah State minus 10 is worth a half unit. But your official free play for tonight, and I believe it's one where, again, we could see the same thing in this team. Not really going out there and giving it, they're all not really going out there trying to close the season on a high note, just focused ahead at what's to come and what they can achieve in that tournament and possibly beyond. Is BYU tonight. But BYU's laying 11. And again, Loyola Marymount's a team that'll fight with you till the very end. They're just not a talented team. And if BYU comes to play and they really go out there and decide they want to play and end the season strong, then BYU should have no problem not just winning this game, not just covering the spread, but absolutely manhandling this team and making it a 25-point win, if not worse. So, again, all we need them to do is win by 12 or more. That way, we cover the spread and we pick up the nice full unit on this premium play. So, again, if you didn't see all of them, all of the leans that you can play, go back and watch it. I'm not repeating them all. But your official free play for tonight in college basketball, a little pre-March Madness action because their March Madness hasn't begun yet. But we're going to take the BYU Cougars minus 11 at minus $1.10 tonight, and that will be your free play over Loyola Marymount. Go watch the next video when it comes out. Saturday video coming up. Go to chasewins.com. Get on board either one of the season passes, March Madness, whatever you want to get. Do it before they are gone, they run out, or just get taken down. Make sure you take advantage and save yourself some money if you can. Everybody has been asking about a particular big release coming up for this weekend. It was talked about in the previous video. If you're on the email list, wait for that. I'm not going to say yes or no, but just know that you'll be excited when you hear it, and that way you'll be able to jump on something here pretty soon. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you follow everything we're doing. Follow us on Twitter, all that. Don't miss out on anything that we put out. Always stay on top of it. That way you can make the most money possible. For all of our clients and members, congratulations to every game that you cashed last night. And every game, a little pre-congratulations for everything you will cash tonight. We'll go have a great weekend. And for all those that are not officially members or clients of the firm yet, but will be, welcome. Give you a little pre-welcome. We can't wait to have you. We can't wait to make you money. We can't wait to turn you into a full-time investor and make you a true secondary source of income. And we'll see all of you in the winner's circle. Love you guys. Good luck. Let's go have a killer weekend.